Am I muted? There we go. All right. I think we're live everywhere. Yes. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is well here. Yeah, I'm just getting set up because I see I wasn't close to my mic. And, of course, I can't touch my mic because then StreamYard fucking disconnects it. But
oh, that's true. Yeah.
Ultra is
I gotta
here.
keep an eye on that.
Yeah, so let's jump in with what's going on. Big news story, 2 weeks in a row. Cracker Barrel caved, Jake. They're not doing their unique upgrade, rebrand, woke Cracker Barrel. The people have spoken. School shootings, those happen, and people don't really protest. They just sort of say, oh yeah, school shootings happen. But Cracker Barrel tries to change its logo, and the people revolt. USA.
It's good. I was worried that the country was going to shit because housing costs so much, and there's all these shootings and whatnot. But most of that is just kind of a branch off of the initial problem of the old man not being on the logo of Cracker Barrel. Now that we fixed that, we can truly heal as a nation, I feel.
Yes. And, did you watch the TikTok I sent you from the bearded freaky guy?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. It's great. It's fat. I'm just going to sum it up. We can't show it here, but really quickly. So he did a side-by-side of the old Pizza Hut with the red roof and the new Pizza Hut, the old McDonald's with the play place and the new McDonald's, and the old Taco Bell that looked like a Mexico town, whatever, to the new modern Taco Bell, and then the Cracker Barrel. And he explained very clearly, of course, this is not woke. It is simply... It's what you talked about. It's economics. Last week, you pointed out that McDonald's owns the land underneath the McDonald's and leases it to the business. So
really good movie called The Founder about that whole thing. He stole it from the McDonald's brothers, literally out from under them. Just bought the land, jacked up their rent. They had to sell him, their business partner, the entire business because he, just the partner, owned the land. That guy Ray Kroc or whatever. Mm-hmm. Great movie.
So, I've seen this a million times. You've seen this. You see an old Pizza Hut building that is now like a cannabis place, or they change business. Like they buy the old Pizza Hut, but everybody looks at it and says, oh, that used to be a Pizza Hut. With this new modern design, this new McDonald's, the new Taco Bell, the new was going to be Cracker Barrel. It has nothing to do with woke. It's literally... Cracker Barrel today looks like a Cracker Barrel. It is a very distinct look, just like the Pizza Hut red roof. But the new modern buildings, if one goes out of business or it's underperforming and they decide corporate wants to shut it down, they can pull a logo off, boom, put another logo on, and it just looks like a building. It has no distinct features. It literally is about future sales. Like you said last week, these Cracker Barrels are all on off-ramps. Maybe someday they would like to turn those into battery powering stations or something else. Either they have to tear down the Cracker Barrel or do a remodel or something. With a new, modern, generic building, you just take one sign off, put the next one on, and it doesn't... So any fucking idiot asshole crybaby crying about woke is just stupid. That's all there is to it.
I think they should have leaned in and actually done woke. I think they should have, instead of putting the old man back, they have a drag queen reading books to kids on that barrel, or they go the opposite. See, now they put the old man back. I think they should have gone further because now people on the right that were cheering this go, see, they submitted to our will, but it doesn't really ingratiate them to it. What they should have done is the old guy is firing an assault rifle with one flag, waving an American flag with the other, and he's having sex with a bald eagle. You know what I mean? He's getting blown by Melania. He's doing right-wing shit,
Yes,
he's just offering prayers to victims of school shooting. All this stuff right wingers love.
Exactly. But off topic really quickly. Sophie Income points out you do look like you have a blue filter on YouTube.
I don't know what's going on with
you're normal. TikTok,
I look
you're
great
normal,
on TikTok.
Jake. Blue on YouTube. So
on TikTok, I'm using my phone. I look like a balding Greek god on TikTok. Compared to YouTube, on the other hand, where yes, I do indeed look like a Smurf. I have no idea what's going on with this camera. I wish the guys on YouTube could somehow see what I look like on TikTok, because my God, does this iPhone 16 do me a lot of favors, whereas this laptop camera does me
nothing. Mike Ashby points out, please, Cracker, make better food. Do you really go to a restaurant? How much of the restaurant is ambiance and how much is food? There should be a mix. But personally, let me tell you a quick story. Maybe I've said this in the past. When I moved to Iowa City, when I moved here, when I met my wife, we dated long distance for a year, and I moved here and I said, I love Thai food. Let's get Thai food. She had never had it. She said, well, there are 2 Thai restaurants. There's one on the south side that has napkins and tablecloths and cloth napkins, and it's fancy. And then there's the sort of hole-in-wall downtown. And I said, let's go to the hole-in-the-wall. And she said, no, I want to go to the fancy place. We went to the fancy place. It was fine. But I'm like, whatever. We went to the hole-in-the-wall. And that's where we've been going ever since. It's still in business, all these years later, because ambiance means different things to different people. I guess people did obviously like the Cracker Barrel ambiance. But it can have the greatest ambiance in the world. If the food sucks, it sucks. Or if the food is it's okay. You go where the food is good.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been to one in a while just because they don't really have them in New York. They didn't even really have them by Iowa City, where I'm from. What I've been told by people who have eaten there a little more recently, I remember going to one as a kid and it was good.
Yeah, it's comfort food. It's comfort food.
But just like they're doing with that logo going, cheap and, just economic and stuff, they started basically getting cheap mass-produced ingredients. Hence, it tastes like kind of somewhere in between fast food and what it should be. And so the food's not as good. Also, I don't remember who the hell I was listening to talk about this, but they're selling with that old man in the barrel thing. It's not like people were trying to like racialize it a bit. It's not so much a racial thing as it is a nostalgia thing, right? And the thing about nostalgia is the people that were nostalgic for that era are dying off. That old man, see, this was made in the 70s. That old man was from like the 40s or something, where it's like, hey, you go and you sit on the barrel and you read the newspaper to each other, shit like that. You know what I mean? That was not, that era's kind of gone. You know what I mean? The people that remember that are pretty much all dead, or at least old enough that they can only eat applesauce now. Hence, they're not going out to eat steak and grits or whatever anymore, right? So what you have to do is you have to make it nostalgia for 20 years ago. They should replace the old man with a dude in Jinko jeans and frosted tips. That's what they should do. Make it nostalgia for the 90s,
Yeah. I can hear an echo at your end. Did you turn something up?
No.
I hear me coming through your speaker.
Oh, you know what? This is headphone bleed. Hang on. Let me turn my headphones down a bit.
But no, Mike is pointing out, the whole country's been bought out. But like you said, it's nostalgia and the people that were complaining.
Well,
and how often do they go there? Really? Like, are people going to Cracker Barrel once? They were looking toward the future, and maybe they did it too soon. This is going to happen sooner or later, maybe 10 years from now. But anybody under 50 isn't interested in the Cracker Barrel fight.
Oh shit! Daniel Parafan joined on YouTube. How's it going, Daniel? What's up? A hilarious comic in New York. He's yeah, good guy.
Oh, he hasn't commented. I don't see the joins. I just see it.
But anyway, with honestly, and then you kind of cut out on my end. I think it got a little wonky when I was adjusting my sound. But
I just literally said that this was going to happen sooner or later. Maybe they did it too soon. But like you said, their core demographic is dying off, and they need to adjust and cater to the younger crowd.
Well, and normally you don't make big brand adjustments like this if you're not hurting in sales anyway. So these people go, oh, they took the old man off. Well, they wouldn't have done that if you dumb fucks were eating there in the first place. You know, Ronald McDonald has been their mascot for 11,000 years and always.
We got a comment. We got a comment on last week's video. Someone said that they did a quiet retire of Ronald McDonald. And so I Googled, and all I could find was it's 2025. Ronald McDonald is back. So he disappeared for a handful of years. But the thing is, I've talked about this in the past. They didn't make an
accused of being. They didn't get accused of being woke for getting rid of Ronald.
Why
were Irish people pissed off?
They didn't make a big deal about it.
They canceled him because of his red hair. It's the work of the British Crown.
This is, I said, I need to be a corporate advisor. I need to advise corporations to just shut up and do what you do quietly. They didn't make a press release. Hey, we're retiring Ronald. He just sort of went away and nobody really noticed. And then maybe someone, but they're definitely, So,
well, but if you're changing your logo, usually half the point is to get people to notice it, right? We're changing it. We're making it newer for a new generation and all that who doesn't remember the old man sitting on the barrel. And, you know, so now it looks like a hardware store or whatever. I don't know. I mean, that it seems like that's half the purpose. So, of course, they would announce it. It's weird that they quietly got rid of Ronald. That makes me think maybe there was some allegations about old Ronald.
Jared from Subway. Ronald did a little touchy, a little like ball tickle.
That's right. Tickle. I think he was messing around with Wendy. I think he was. I think that was at
making ginger babies.
That's right. I think he put a little something in her chocolate frosty, and she fell asleep. And she woke up covered in clown makeup, and she's quietly settling out of court. But Ronald's got to go away. That's what I think.
I thought you were saying put something in her chocolate frosty as a euphemism, and I was going to say I think hers is probably very pale vanilla. But you were not speaking of as a you meant a literal chocolate frosty.
That's right. That's right. Also, that's why Grimace is gone. I think he was a grapist. That's what I think happened.
Where's the beef? From the 80s, hiding the beef. That's where it's hidden. Ronald hid his beef in Windy.
Yeah, that's right. I don't trust him. I don't trust a man that doesn't go outside without that much makeup on, you know?
Yes.
What are you hiding, sir?
Either way, I don't think I'd ever... I'd never seen something cave this quick. Even New Coke lasted, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 months, something like that. But this was 1 week. Announce, protest, cave. That's because
I don't think they were gaining anything by doing this. I mean, it's because
they weren't.
As we pointed out last week, this was not progressives weren't calling for this. This wasn't a progressive thing at all. So it's not like progressives were going to go like, we're going to the Cracker Barrel. We'll show them. We'll get their saving. We're glad. We hated that old man. Fuck him. You know, so it's like it's not like they're gaining support by doing this. It's not like it's not like they put a big rainbow flag behind them and it's something for people on the left to kind of get excited or rally behind. It's just kind of like, hey, look, they're yelling about this now. Last week they were claiming we hated Sydney Sweeney and her fucking jeans. Now they're claiming we hate the old man at the Cracker Barrel and his jeans or whatever he's got on, his overalls, you know. None of us do. Hence, we're not going to rally behind them. We weren't going there either. Hence the low sales. Hence the need to switch logos in there.
To do something. Let's change gears to what you just mentioned. I sent you an article. See the Gap ad with Cat's Eye going viral after jeans ad controversy. Here's the problem. It's not going viral at all. I have seen 3 or 4 articles, 3 or 4 headlines, all screaming, oh my God, the Gap is awesome. Do you see how they put American Eagle in their place? And yet when Sydney Sweeney dropped, it was everywhere. I mean, my social media feed was full of it. Articles were being written about it. It blew up. This is absolute media going, hey, we like this, so we're going to pretend it's going viral. So we're going to talk about it like, see, this is how you do. But it's not. It's not going viral. I'm even
more cynical than that.
Nobody cares.
I think The Gap just paid people at HuffPost or wherever to write these articles.
Yes. But I did a video about this already, a short, and someone commented and said, by the way, if you're watching sales, American Eagle, for all the attention they got, their jean sales just stayed. They didn't jump or spike or do anything. And he said, I bet it's the same with Gap. It's like, sure, these are getting attention, but they're not affecting sales. Nobody's going like, oh my God, I have to buy all the Gap jeans or all the. But the video I did regarding the Gap video, did you watch the Gap ad?
I did, at least part of it.
It's all young, thin, beautiful women. How come the media isn't screaming that they're not Lizzo? How come the media isn't screaming? Are you saying that size is bad? It's young thin. Like the media is calling it a good response, but there's no people of size as they're called.
No, it's a ridiculous commercial. The thing that got me about it is, as you pointed out, they're younger in the commercial. They're clearly going after young people because that's who really gives a shit about jeans. The song they're playing and that they're basing the entire ad off of is My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard. Blah, blah, blah. That song is 20 years old now. No one young gives a shit about that. That would be like making a jean commercial in the 90s with Fleetwood Mac in it or something, going, this is what the kids are into. Like, what? No, they should be doing a jean commercial with a SoundCloud rapper or something, a little something.
And unless I'm wrong, correct me. Anybody correct me in the comments. Isn't that song about having, quote, what the kids call a juicy ass, like a big old shaky? Isn't that she shakes the original songs of My Milkshake, but it's a shit. And all these girls have tight kapow butts, like, ooh, boom, look at that, bounce a quarter off that butt. It's not big and squishy. So
right, it's more like a smoothie. Sure.
You're using a dated song that is about a very specific reference, and you're not even referencing, first that would be the Lizzo type girl with the big shaky jiggle booty.
I saw a bunch of skinny girls culturally appropriating fat girls, and it made me upset. And they were doing it with a 20-year-old song that kids today barely even fucking recognize. They'd be like, oh yeah, I think I was conceived to this. What is
Sophie and Ken thinks the milkshake that would make sense. Milkshake could be a reference to lactation and breastfeeding. I don't know, like you suck my boobies, boy. I don't know. I let's Google. We have the technology. If I don't touch my microphone.
What is the song Milkshake about?
Yeah.
Let's break it down like the Zapruder film.
I'm going to go to ChatGPT because that usually answers in a way that I can understand better than Google. Google sends me like, oh, do you want to watch the video? No, I don't want to watch the fucking video. I'm asking you a question. No,
the Milkshake song is 20 years old. Why would you make a new jeans commercial that's aimed toward young people with a 20-year-old song? That's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm spelling it wrong. I typed, is she singing? Is she singing about her booth, not booty? That's what I typed, is booth on accident.
There you go. But the reason that stupid American Eagle one was able to, it somehow galvanized the right because they pretended people on the left were upset. Again, this is
people on the left were upset. This
was 7 people on TikTok.
It was not. It was huge.
It was. You Googled it and you found one producer at MSNBC or something who wrote an article about it. Like
2003. That song is from 2003. So it says it's about sex appeal, confidence, and whatever it is that makes her attractive. Not necessarily about her booty. All right. So it's about, according to
I'm a milkshake truther. It's about her booty. That's why they put it in a jeans commercial.
Milkshake truther. That's good. We're talking about butts, again, Paul. We're talking about butts. We're talking about American Eagle and the Gap and the milkshake song.
Somehow American Eagle kind of galvanized the right. They were like, we got to defend her. So I think
the left started it.
Should go full on. Oh, they did not.
They did fucking too. I watched it happen. I watched it happen
Name
in
me
real
one
time.
Politician that said anything about it. Name
It
me one
wasn't the politicians. It was the
Okay.
crybaby fucking blue-haired land whales that scream about everything, that got all up in arms and say, how dare they? How dare they? Then the media started. Then the right reacted.
Okay, the media. Who would? Okay, name me.
The media
one.
started covering it, not taking out opinion pieces like Sydney Sweeney is the
Right,
devil,
so that-
although there was some of that.
Doesn't count. There, some by very obscure people.
Right.
This was nobody. This was nobody.
I'm not saying it was a Bernie
overwhelmingly-
Sanders saying this ad is bad. I'm
overwhelmingly-
saying it's the fucking grassroots assholes who get sandy vaginas over fucking everything.
Right, 7 people on TikTok.
More than 7.
Nobody.
It was big.
Okay, 9. It was 9 fucking people. Who gives a shit?
It was
No
everywhere.
serious person. No serious like political pundit.
No
nobody
serious
else-
person ever falls for this shit.
No, that's not
It's
true.
all
That's not true.
noise.
That's not true. The Washington Redskins.
Wait, stop. This is bullshit. Sydney Sweeney at her peak is hotter than Brooke Shields was at her peak. Sydney Sweeney is hotter than Brooke Shields. I am taking this. This is something I'm going to be outraged about. I'm going to make this go viral. I'm making a short about it saying anybody that says, anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I kind of lost my train of thought.
As I interrupted, I apologize.
We were talking about the jeans, right?
The Redskins. You said the Redskins.
Right. So the people on the left justifiably were pissed off about that. You heard people. You
Fuck
justifiably.
that.
Yeah, it's a fucking racial slur. Yeah, of course.
It's a baby slur.
It's a fucking dude. That is a racial slur. It is a
baby slur.
Okay. Any slur. How you can't name a fucking team after it now? If you named it after a racial slur of any ethnicity, it would be a fucking problem. Of course, people were pissed off about that, But it was, you did have mainstream political pundits. You had politicians voicing their concern about that, obviously, because
again, they didn't want to take on gun violence or any real problems. They wanted to crow about something that they could fix. You can fix a non-problem.
Politicians on the left aren't doing two things at once. You can say we want to pass gun legislation and we don't like the Redskins. You know,
we got this guy. Wasn't this the same guy from last week? Mohammed Dean wants to co-host with us. It's the same guy. It was a really nice. Yeah. Sorry, we're not taking host, but it's very nice of you to want to jump in with us. Man.
But no, my point with all of that, what I was trying to get to was if the Gap kind of wants to do the same thing, they got to galvanize the left. I think the Gap should show a picture of that guy throwing the sandwich in ice and then zoom in on his jeans and be like, he was wearing Gap jeans. Look at him run from ice in our jeans. His sandwich brings all the left to the yard. Just something. Goddamn milkshake song. That's what they went with. That's what they thought was gonna drive sales up from kids in 2025.
This is why people need to hire us for marketing and or outrage ideas. I mean, yeah.
The guy that threw the sandwich in ice should be doing jean commercials for the Gap. They're morons.
All right. Next story. Oh, Jason's a throwback. I'm so happy I found this story. The people who lost serious cash on NFTs, an update. I had forgotten NFTs were a thing. We made fun of them on here for a while, but man, for about, 2 months, maybe 3 months, NFTs were the next big crypto. There was a digital picture, a screenshot, and you paid for it and you owned it, even though it was still everywhere on the internet. You didn't hang it. It wasn't like a priceless painting. And there are people here who they start. The article is on Vice, hard-hitting news. But they go through several people in order how much they lost on NFTs. Kyle down $2,000, Thorne down $5,000, Joseph down $50,000, Robin name change for privacy down $300,000, and then the last one, Sergey down $4.9 million. But some of them admit, but they all say they're going to keep buying. They all say no, they've lost all this money, but they're just going to wait it out on NFTs. And I forgot it was a thing. When I stumbled across this, I'm like, holy shit, I forgot about NFTs.
I sunk every dollar I ever had into a digital painting of SpongeBob, and now my family is destitute. I have a GoFundMe so that I can actually hope I can get one of what's his name, Squidward, and I'm still waiting for the thing to come back around.
It's funny. And by that, I mean sad. I stumbled across a couple months back the GoFundMe page that's completely dedicated to veterans seeking assistance because of medical needs. Someone had to buy a wheelchair, but it's a whole page. And some of them were asking for like $2,000 and they only had $100. And I talked about how that racist woman that yelled at the child was getting $50,000 on the right-wing asshole GoFundMe site. That's like, what a country we live in where you can drop the N-bomb on a child and cash in, but if you're a veteran, you don't get anything.
Although
the whole point is you should put your story out there. The whole point is you should put your story out there, Jake. You should put out, I invested in NFTs. I lost my butt. Hey, NFT enthusiast, support me so I can buy it. I bet you would make bank. I bet there are enough idiots out there that would go.
I'm going to throw in, and then I use the slur against a child. You know what I mean? And I'm going to pull from multiple sources.
Oh. But they all say, I'll definitely keep participating, and I love this phrase, in the NFT economy, because that's a thing.
The NFT economy. That's rough, man.
Yes, Paul, I don't even know an NFT, a non-fungible token. Is that what it is? Non-fungible? It's what I said. It's a digital screen. It's a screenshot that you own, even though it's still everywhere. Like someone bought the first tweet by Jack Dorsey. It's still out there. It's still a tweet. There are still, but I was going to pass that tweet down to my grandkids, but the whole market went belly up. Mike wants to say on asses, and I switched to NFTs. I apologize, but we got to do everything. My ass has a crack and a hole in it. You'll still, oh, come on. This isn't third grade.
I'm going to sell an NFT of Lizzo's ass right before she lost the weight. That's what you got to do.
Sophie and Ken, are you fucking with this, or is this real? Are the Trump NFTs 90 because they sold at 99? Are they really 11? Someone Google that right now. I want to know if they really are down to 99. I am forklift certified.
I mean, that's kind of the idea with a lot of that stuff. Just like day traders do with stocks, right? Is people would just start buying them, the value goes up, and the hope is that you buy it and then sell before the whole thing tanks. I mean, so it kind of works for people in a way, the
it
people
does.
that got in and then got out. Just like
pyramid schemes always work until they don't. It's like literally, if you can say, "Hey, I bought this piece of shit." There was another article that was in conjunction with this one that I didn't send you that said, that there was still, we talked about this, a lawsuit going against Paris Hilton and Tom Brady. Anybody that said, hey, invest in NFTs. At the same time, I guess they said invest in crypto, but either way. All right. Next story. Here we go. Here's a fun one. Snoop Dogg criticizes LGBTQ representation. What's that?
I don't think I saw this one. I must have missed it.
It was definitely Snoop Dogg criticizes LGBTQ representation in children's films. Quote, they're putting it everywhere. The rapper says he's, quote, scared to go to the movies after bringing his grandson to 2022's Lightyear, which features a lesbian couple. His kid asked, wait, why are there two mommies? They say they have a kid, and he was uncomfortable having that conversation. I have two completely diametrically opposed thoughts on this. One, fuck you, you crybaby. Like, my kids have known their whole life what gay is, because it's like, oh yeah, most dudes like women, some dudes like men, some women like, it's just the way it is. Like, no big deal. No big deal. So does he have the kid's age in there? Grandson? It doesn't say whether he's like 6 or 4 or 2, but but here's the other thought I have. Here's the other thought. I saw Lightyear, the lesbian couple, kind of like in the movie, The Strange Planet. A lot of what Disney did for those couple of years, the gay, completely fucking unnecessary. Actually, sort of a distraction to the film where they try and shoehorn it in to show how progressive they are instead of just leaving it alone or not integral to the story. Just, okay, now this couple has to be gay, like a token.
I wanted to disagree with Snoop, but then I was watching the Smurfs with my kid, and I saw one of them use a candy cane as a strap-on, and I was like, "This is too far. This is a little too much, man." I'm open-minded. I accept everybody. Why are they scissoring on top of that mushroom? What is going on here?
Oh, but like if your gay character is a gay, like Will and Grace, the I can't think of his name, Sean Hayes, that integral character. It was a part of the cast. When you just have, like when you're checking boxes and we need a gay character, that's literally what it was in Lightyear. I've seen it in 2 or 3 and just a fucking distraction. So Snoop is a fucking pussy for not, wanting to have a conversation with his kids, but Disney was fucking idiotic for just making bad movies, bad character choices, bad decisions. So it's weird. Like, I don't want to defend Snoop because he's wrong, but I can't defend Disney because they were wrong too.
I just think it's hilarious that Snoop Dogg is clutching his pearls like this. Aren't you in the Crips? Didn't you kill a guy in the 90s and shit? Didn't you help Suge Knight murder people with his car or whatever? Like, what do you, but you're clutching your pearls? Oh my God, 2 girls kissing.
Yeah, I know Sesame Street, and this is off topic, but it's kind of not really. Sesame Street, I can't hide. There we go. I'm trying to clear the screen. They started introducing, and I watched it happen with my kids, disabilities, just a kid in a wheelchair, just so you'd get used to seeing it. And that's all it really is just introducing characters so you're used to them. But you can't do it in a way that is fucking dumb and distracting and makes no sense to the point of the movie. Like, there was no point in doing it other than we're progressive, like slapping a badge on, like, good for us.
Who gives a shit? It's kids' movies. They suck anyway. I'm listening to podcasts while they're on. I don't care if the characters are blowing each other.
Some kids' movies are great. Not lately, but it's really hard to make a good movie like the original Muppet movie where it's for kids, but you slide enough jokes in for the adults. I'm trying to think if there's been one recently that's really clever like that. I've seen my son was watching something yesterday, and I cannot for the life of I'm not showing my kid the Muppet movie because I don't care about LGBTQ characters. I don't think pigs should have sex with frogs, and so you know what I mean? Like, I don't like what it's teaching the kid. But no, my son was watching something yesterday, and at one point, the boss was yelling at someone, and it's a cartoon, and it's silly, but the boss went, "Hey, you're an intern. What am I not paying for you for? Get on that." And it was a great line. There are ways, like Animaniacs. Animaniacs was for kids, but they threw so many satire, social commentary, good jokes in there that adults could watch it. That is difficult as shit, but when it's done well. It's great. And so, I don't blanket statement. Yeah, all kids' movies.
Some of them have little Easter eggs for the adults. I was watching Boss Baby the other day, and Alec Baldwin does the voice, and he makes a Coffees for Closers reference. That you know what I mean? Like, of course, the toddlers haven't seen Glengarry Glen Ross recently, but I've seen it. I appreciated the joke.
Yes, that's what I like. It's not just gay. Change the color of, say, The Little Mermaid Meltdown. It can be done right, like the remake of Battlestar Galactica. For Lightyear, didn't care. Yeah, I think we're sort of in agreement. It's like I'll just use Fantastic Four, the Josh Trank version. When they made Johnny Storm black, not many people protested, but some people did. It's like, you're talking about a dude that can turn himself on fire. Like, you're really worried about the color of his skin. There's a right way to do. There's a way of doing something that is organic and true versus we're gonna show how woke we are, and woke stands out like a sore thumb. In the immortal
words of Megyn Kelly, Jesus and Santa Claus were white. They were white.
I feel bad for Solar. Yes, we are like the band Rush. We are a sausage fest. And we do not attract the ladies. It is quite sad. If you could help us, if there's something you could say, some advice to give that would tell us how we can be more appealing to the
What's
feminine.
your thoughts on Snoop Dogg?
Nature, yes, we will.
Mad about two girls kissing in a cartoon.
SpongeBob was adults high on pot, and little kids. I never watched SpongeBob, but I've heard that from a million times that teenagers got stoned and watched SpongeBob, and kids liked it as well. Yeah, there's a way to do it.
I like getting high and watching Family Guy, man. That's a good show for when you're stoned.
When I would watch that, my son would hide on the stairs, and I knew he was there, South Park too, and watch too, and I would hear him giggling, and then my wife would find out, like, he cannot watch South Park yet. He's too young. I'm like, I didn't let him. You know, like I didn't. You know. Oh,
These South Parks have been good, man.
Oh, they've been here. Okay, I'm a little mildly angry at society for that. Really quickly, everyone's talking about how good South Park is. It's never been bad. It's always I watched.
Oh, I love South Park. Yeah,
I
South
went
Park
back because these 3 episodes have all been just on fire great. But I went back and rewatched the 4 or 5 specials they did exclusive to Paramount during the fight between them.
Yeah, there was like the COVID ones. There was
the COVID, the pandemic, joining the Panderverse, and they're all fucking great. They're so intelligent and funny, and some of them have touching moments. But they're South Park has always been great. So the people that are rediscovering it are saying, "Oh, South Park is back." It never left. South Park never left. You just forgot about it. I'm glad you're back, but South Park, just the most consistent across time. They don't have bad seasons. They have the occasional bad episode here and there. They're not like any other television show where you see a marked decline over time. They just have like, that one wasn't the best, but the seasons as a whole are always solid.
They're great. And I love that. I love that it got big enough that they actually asked Kristi Noem about it, and you get to see her respond, because that shit was hilarious. She responded like a moron. She said, well, they're just being sexist and attacking me for my looks. They should attack me for my job. It's like, hey, idiot, maybe watch it. They did attack you for your job.
For your job.
They attacked you for your looks, for your job, and most of all, shooting that fucking dog. They hammered her for the dog thing. It was great.
I have not seen all of Puss in Boots, and I keep meaning to, because I keep hearing it's great. But yes, I keep hearing that Puss in Boots is not only great, but that it is that perfect mix of it's for kids, but there's a really solid story that
YouTube
adults.
people were taking comments on, or TikTok people were taking comments on YouTube.
Yeah. Puss in Boots. Who isn't confused by that? But good for both of them.
That's pretty. Yeah. The Snoop and Martha Stewart. Yeah. They're actually both on bottles of wine called 19 Crimes.
Yes.
Have you ever seen
those?
Yes, I have. Have you ever done the thing with the app?
No.
Oh my God. There's a thing called Living Wine app.
Okay.
I believe is what it's called, or Living Wine Label, or something like that. It's an app. You take it, and then your camera phone will make the bottles of 19 Crimes talk.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It's fucking awesome. The head live and start talking. So like Snoop Dogg, Crimes, it's an Australian wine. And if you look at like most of their bottles, it's these old mug shots from, you know how back in the day, England was sending prisoners to Australia. As like a penal time. Well, they're mug shots from back then. And I discovered this with my wife while we were high and drunk once, because like we had a bottle of, this is before Snoop Dogg and Martha were, we just had these, trying to Google, like, are these real guys? And it's like suspiciously like not on there, but then I found this app, and I'm like drunk, and I point the camera, download it. I'm like, maybe this will tell the story. And then it takes control of my camera phone. I pointed out there, and then the guy on the bottle, like the guy's mugshot, he goes, "Hello, I tried to overtake the crown. And each guy tells his little story on how they get down there. But here's where it gets fucked up. It's mostly red wine, and so, like Pinot Noir, Cabernet, they each have a different guy, right? And the white ones were female criminals, and they had a couple female, but they got sad because, and then they had like the woman criminal. She was like, all I did was steal a chicken to feed me 7 kids. And the royal crown, they said it was the king's chicken. 7 kids. You're like, wow, the female criminals versus male criminals are it's much faster, these crimes.
That's funny and sad. I'll have to look that up. All right, we're getting near our limit. Let's do 2 quick stories. These are both funny. Well, one's funny. Here we go. Close the ad. Losing $243 million verdict. Hey, you want to settle for 60? No, we're going to win this. No, you're not. Couldn't happen to a more deserving company or asshole. All right. I actually want to talk about this really quick. I sent it to you. The last thing I stumbled across it this morning. This is another story where we've talked about this in the past. The thumbnail, the clickbait, was a little different from the headline, but it's close enough. California Highway Patrol to protect Secret Service detail, sources say. Okay. That's clickbait bullshit. It's designed to get people angry.
Okay, I'm glad you're pointing this
out. Because you read the story and it's like, yeah, vice presidents lose Secret Service after 6 months. Biden wrote something that extended it until July, and then Trump just didn't renew it. Like, he declined to. It's not Trump pulling a like, oh, you don't get detail anymore. It's literally Biden offered an extension, and it yeah.
When that makes sense too. The 6 months thing. It's not that I want anything to happen bad to any former vice presidents, but like,
no.
What kind of sorry assassin takes out former vice presidents? You would be. What am I here for? I took a shot at Dan Quayle.
He didn't.
Who's doing that?
Biden's extension. Biden signed an extension, but it's not like he went in and said, "Okay, it's January 21st. Kamala gets nothing." It played out like it was supposed to. It said that's good enough, and so now. But yeah, it's literally just designed.
Nice guy, though. He did. If you read far enough down, he did let the Secret Service thing expire after 6 months, but. He mobilized the Idaho National Guard to stand by her house and do nothing. So that's a good thing to spend government money.
Both are one of us because we're done. Okay.
What happened?
Our audio's glitching. Did this just start? Is that me or is it Jake or is it both?
It's too bad, man.
It's good that it's happening at the end here.
Well, on TikTok, man.
Let's sign up. Hopefully the recording will be good. If you are on TikTok, we have been the Idiots on Parade podcast, the live cast version. If you can listen to it on Spotify, watch it on YouTube. If you missed part of it on TikTok and you want to see the full thing, we are the Idiots on Parade. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian. I can be found at nathantimmel.com. I have a 1 hour special on YouTube. I have books on Amazon. I post a video every single day on social media. Jake can be found at Jake Vevra, Vevera, on all social media. His special, Unalive by Dog Pills, is on YouTube. Give it a watch, give it a like. And yeah, check us out. We're here every Saturday at around 11 a.m. We had thought about moving times, but then we remembered, one more week until football. We can't go to Sunday because Sunday, thank God football is back. So happy, so happy, so happy. All right, kids. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Todd. Sorry, I was loud.
Thanks, everybody.
I thought he was. Yes. All right, we're out of here.
Snoop Dogg hated the new Cracker Barrel logo more than anyone.